Dr. Jian, congratulations, Mrs. Park, you're pregnant. I smile in happiness with my teary eyes. I look beside my husband, but he wasn't looking happy at all. He was sitting there with gloomy face. Jimin, we're going to be parents. He looked at me and nodded, but then he said something that made my world stop. Jimin, Dr. Jian, please start your procedure. We're aborting the baby. Wow, what are you saying? After trying for years, finally I got pregnant and you don't want it, I said with tears falling from my eyes, but he just looked at me with no emotion. Jimin, we're aborting the baby and that's final. Saying that, he walked out from the doctor's cabin and I followed him. Jimin, please stop. I kneeled down in front of him and hugged his leg. The people were watching us, but I didn't care. Please don't do this to our baby. I know you also wanted to be a dad, and after 7 years of our marriage it's finally happening, then why are you doing this? Jimin was standing there like a statue. He didn't move a bit. I joined my hands in front of him and started begging for my child's life. Please don't kill that innocent life. I'll die if. Jimin didn't let me finish my word. He fell on his knees beside me and hugged me tightly. Jimin, don't say that, please don't. I can't lose you. It's true, I wanted to be a father, I wanted my child to be born, but not losing you, honey, it's too much to pay. I heard him sobbing. Yes, it's true that carrying this child is too risky for me. I couldn't get pregnant for years. And now when I'm carrying a baby, the doctor said I'm too weak to carry a baby. I may die while giving birth. There's only 30% chances of my survival. And that thing make my husband to take such a big decision. I caresses his back before speaking. I want to bring our baby in this world. You know, I'm already feeling his warmth in my womb. I want him or her to see this beautiful world. The time I got to know I'm going to be a mother, my heart started beating for my child. My heart started loving it more than anything in this world. I want to be the best mother for my baby. And if I abort my child, I'll fail as mother. I'll eventually die then. Jimin, no, please don't say that. I can't lose you. Then please don't abort the baby. There is 30% chances of my survival, right? But if I lose my child, there will be no chance that I could live. Jimin, then let's fight together, honey. I smile, caressing his cheeks. Jimin, you won't leave me, right? Never. A little boy was standing alone in the afternoon sun, waiting for his mother. His face became red because of heat. He was feeling like crying, when suddenly the burning sun converted into shadow. He felt a soft embrace. Sorry, little Tata, mommy is late. The boy looked at his mother with teary eyes. Tata, I was feeling afraid standing here alone. She wiped her son's tear and kissed his cheeks. Mommy is sorry, baby. Let's go, I'll give you piggyback ride till home. Little Tata jumped on his mother's arms in happiness, making her smile. Though she was very tired after her work, her whole body was aching, but still she managed to carry her child all the way home, which is quite far from Tata's school. Tata's mother isn't rich. She works in a small cafe with very poor salary. Still, she managed to fulfill her son's need. She got married in a very young age with the love of her life, Kim Taehyung. Everything was perfect, until suddenly her husband disappeared. And that time, she was carrying Tata in her womb. I'm still waiting for my husband, but for now, my only reason of living is the precious gem my husband left for me, our son Tata. Is my baby hungry? Tata nodded his head. Wait, mommy will make you something really quick. After some time, I placed boiled eggs in front of my Tata. He scrunched his nose cutely. Tata, again the same food. Mommy, Tata wants to eat something tasty. Can you please make cake for Tata? I felt someone to my heart looking at my son's pleading eyes. Baby and mommy couldn't make cakes. Tata, then can you buy me one? You know, my friend gave a cake made by his mom and that was so delicious, I want to eat that again. I'm sorry, baby, but mommy doesn't have money to buy you cake. Tata, it's okay, mommy. I'll imagine this egg as cake. I looked at him with my teary eyes. My 5-year-old son is so understanding. It's not the first time my baby asks something to eat from me, but I failed every time to give him what he want and he never object. How badly I want to pour all the happiness in front of my baby. Tata, mommy, aren't you gonna eat? Mommy is on diet, dear. I don't want you to call me fatty, mommy. He giggles and I feed him. If I eat something now, then we'll be out of food and my baby have to starve at night, which I'll never let happen. To be honest, I was really hungry, but now I'm full seeing my son smiling. Everything is perfect in my life. A rich, loving husband, a lovely daughter, caring in-laws. Just a perfect divination of perfect. I smile at myself looking at the big mirror. My reflection was looking so weak. I come back out from my thoughts when I heard my daughter is crying. I went downstairs and saw my daughter Minute Fiona is crying and her father, my husband Min Yoonji, was trying his best to console her. I smile and walk towards them. Fiona noticed me and run towards me with her baby feet. She hugged my knees while crying. Fiona, Mommy, are you going to die? I smile and bent down to carry her in my arms. I kissed her red nose and caresses her hair. Who said that, Fiona? The maids were saying. Will you leave me, Mommy? How can I leave my beautiful Fiona? I place my palm on her small chest. Mommy will be here in your heart for forever. Fiona, really? I nodded. She smiled and hugged me tightly. I know her little mind doesn't get my word properly, but for now I'm relieved that she stops crying. I look at my husband who was staring at us. I smile in him, which he returned back with his gummy one. I have leukemia, blood cancer. There is no chances of my survival. My husband may look strong from outside, but I know how much he is broken. I saw him crying secretly for me multiple times, but I want him to stay strong for our daughter. My Fiona is too much dependent on me. She didn't eat if I didn't feed her. From giving her bath to making her sleep, her everything needed done by me. She didn't even let the maids or her grandma to do her hair. My baby will suffer the most after my death, but I'm helpless. I could only pray for her. After a long tiring day, I come back home from hospital. I plopped on the couch. I was very thirsty, but too tired to go to the kitchen to bring water for myself. Suddenly the doorbell rang and my stepmother ran towards the front door. She opened the door, revealing my stepbrother. He comes from office tired, same as me. My stepmom hurriedly take his bag and the run towards the kitchen. She come back with a glass of water and give it to my brother. My stepmom started caressing his hair lovingly. Mrs. Jeon, Jessen, go and change your clothes, I'll serve your dinner. Jessen nodded and went towards his room. Mrs. Jeon, Jungkook, you to go and change. I smile a little as she noticed me at last. I went to the dining area and saw my food is already placed. I take a sit in front of my brother. Moon was feeding him with so much love and care. Mrs. Jeon, how was your day, Jason? Jason, it was tiring as always. Mom caresses his head and spoke. Mrs. Jeon, my son, thank you so much for working hard for us. I'm very proud of you. Mom will make your favorite dishes tomorrow. Saying that, she kissed Jason's head, who smiled and hugged his mom. I was just sitting there like I'm not even present. I wonder what my mother do after I come back home. Maybe she'll also caresses my head so lovingly. She'll also make my favorite food, right? I didn't even remember my mother's face. She left this world when I was only 4. The only thing I could remember about my mother is she hugged me and said some words in her weak voice. Jungkook, my son, you'll get a very good new mother who will love you. Don't worry, I prayed for you and mom loves you so much, just be a good boy. Those words still echoed in my head. I don't know how, but I remember those words clearly. I tried my best to be a good boy like my mom said, but my new mother doesn't love me. She never abused me or talked to me rudely, but I was always unnoticed by her. I also wanted her to love me like she loves Jason. I wanted her to make me my favorite dishes and feed me. I want her to feel proud of my every success. And at the end of the day, I need a warm, motherly hug from her. But I guess it's not written in my fate. Mrs. Jeon, Jungkook, your food is still untouched. Eat before it's get cold. I come out from my thoughts when I heard her voice. I nodded and started eating. Jason, all right brother, I'm going to my room, good night. Jungkook, night. Jason kissed his mother's cheeks and left from there, but mom doesn't leave. She was still sitting there until I finished my food. She take my plate to wash and went towards the kitchen to wash them. It's her everyday routine, but I don't know why. I feel like she wants to talk to me but always hesitate. But why would she? I jump inside through the window and saw all the lights are off. It means my ex-husband is sleeping, but I felt a small hand on my wrist, making me flinch. I looked down and saw the 7-year-old boy, Jacob. Hey mom. I let out my breath like I was holding and he smacked his head lightly. Fool, you scared me. Jacob. Hee hee. Sorry. Where is Ginia? Jacob. She's in the room. Let's go then. I hold Jacob's hand and silently walk towards their room. Ginia mom. She ran towards me and hugged me tightly, making me giggle. Jacob. I didn't get my hug yet. Yeah, come here then. I pull him my embrace. They are my life, my twins Jacob and Ginia. My husband Kim Seek-jin divorced me 2 years ago cause the relationship between us wasn't working. And unfortunately he got my babies. I know that rude man will never let me meet my babies. That's why I came here every night secretly to meet my twins. I spent some times with them and left before morning after making them sleep. Jacob. Look mom, dad brought us new toys. He exclaimed happily and started showing me his toys. They are too many, that stupid will spoil my babies like this. I look at Ginia and she was sitting there with a sad pout. I pulled her in my lap. What happened to my baby? Don't you want to show your toys to mommy? Ginia. I don't like them and I also don't want them. Then what my baby wants? Ginia. You. Please mommy, stay with us like before. The nanny is bad, she scolded us every time, she even beat brother Jacob today. My eyes widened hearing her words. I pulled Jacob towards me who was standing there looking down. Wow, where did she hurt you? Jacob, my voice cracked. Jacob pulled his t-shirt and I saw a red mark on his back, making me burst into tears. Ginia was already sobbing. Seeing us crying, Jacob also started tearing up. I hugged both of them tightly. Jacob. Mom, do you know she locked sister in the room for a whole day and didn't give us anything to eat? Did you tell dad about this? Ginia. No, she said she'll beat us more if we tell dad. I was feeling useless. Why I'm even alive if I couldn't protect my children? They are only 7 but suffer a lot, and that's enough. I'm sending that nanny jail. Sitting on the park, I was looking at the kids who were playing happily. They are the cutest creature in this world. Then I felt a hand wrapped around my shoulder. I look at the person, my husband, Jang Hoseok. He give me the bright smile. I smile back at him and look at the kids again. Some of them were playing with their friends and some are with family. I saw a little baby around 1 year, who's trying to walk with the help of his parents. I could see the happiness in their eyes after each small step of their son. On another corner of the park, I saw a couple. The lady was pregnant and demanding too many things as her pregnancy craving, and the man is patiently handling her. Jimin baby want ice cream. I saw the man went to buy ice cream and after some times he come back. Why did you brought mint flavor? You always eat mint flavor, the man named Jimin said, but baby wants mango flavor. The man nodded and after sometimes brought mango ice cream. Jimin, I want fish chips. Jimin. Oh okay, I'm going to the nearby store, don't go anywhere, okay? The lady nodded, and the man again went to fulfill his pregnant partner's wish. I smile and turn my gaze towards my husband. He's looking at the kids with his sunshine smile, but I could clearly see the pain behind his smile. I know how badly he wanted to be a father, after all loves he kids very much, but I can't give him a child. I can't be a mother. I told him to leave me and marry another woman, but he didn't leave my hand. He said he'll never leave me until his last breath. I'm more than lucky to have my sunshine, but I know he isn't lucky to have a woman like me cause I could never be a mother. My thoughts got interrupted by a baby's cry. I saw a little girl fall on the ground just in front of me and was crying. I quickly bend down and take her in my arms. Don't cry baby, I'll beat the ground. I kicked on the ground twice. She looked at me with her doe eyes and then smile at me, making my heart melt. Such a beautiful smile. I was about to kiss her cheeks, but a middle-aged lady snatched her from me. She was wearing a uniform. Maybe she's her caretaker. Baby Fiona, what are you doing with stranger? She might be a bad lady who wanted to harm you. Let's go, your mother is waiting. Her word was like a knife to me which stabbed my heart. How can I harm an innocent kid? Do I look like a heartless lady now? My husband come beside me and hugged me. After, sometimes I broke the hug and smile at him. I look at the couple and saw the pregnant lady eating cotton candy. Now, they are cute. I was smiling at them when the lady gasped. I saw her looking at somewhere with wide eyes. I followed her gaze and saw a little boy was sitting on edge of the lake, trying to get his ball, which is floating in the water. The boy will fall on the water if he move a bit, and the lake is quite deep. Without thinking twice, I run towards him. I saw him losing his balance and he was about to fall, but I hold him. He was looking at me for some times. I saw his lips turn into a pout and then he started crying loudly. I hugged him tightly, making me feel his thumping heart. This baby got scared. I caresses his back. Shh, it's okay, baby. Nothing happened. Look, everything is fine. I keep caressing him and after some times he calmed down. He pointed towards the water with his tiny finger. My ball, can you bring it for me? He sniffed. I'm sorry, but it went too far. But that was my only toy, saying that he was about to cry again, but someone spoke before it. I'll buy you a new ball, is it okay? I look at the person and saw my hubby. Really, you'll buy me a new toy? Hobie. Yes, I will, darling. By the way, what is your name? I'm Tata. Such a cute name. Where is your parents? Tata pointed towards a small cafe. Tata. My mom works there. Okay then, let's go to your mom, and after getting her permission, we'll go to buy new toys for Tata. Tata gives us a beautiful boxy smile and pecked mine and Hobie's cheeks. He hugged my neck, making my eyes wet in happiness. The family was having their dinner peacefully. No one would ever tell that few minutes ago, this house was a full mess. My mother was crying in pain, laying on the floor, while my father was beating her mercilessly. But now, everything is looking normal. My mom was serving us dinner, hiding her pain, and my dad is calmly having his meal. Why this sudden change? Because their only son Kim Namjoon is home now. My father always abused my mom behind my back. He think I'm fool? I don't know anything. When I was little, I always saw my mother crying secretly, but I never got the courage to ask her the reason. On my 9th birthday, my father suddenly slapped my mom in front of my friends cause she accidentally spilled some drinks on his shirt. I was so shocked that I started crying. But then my mom come to me and hugged me saying she isn't hurt because of the slap. But if I keep crying like this on my birthday, she'll be hurt then. When I was 15, one day I accidentally saw my father abusing my mom, but I didn't went in front of them. I was just standing there watching the painful scene. Cause I'm not a brave man. I was scared of my father then, and to be honest, I'm still scared of him. One day my mom noticed me watching them when my dad was beating her. After my dad left, she called me inside her room. Namjoon. Mom, is it hurting? I asked her while crying. My mom wiped my tears. Namjoon. Why are you staying with him, Mom? That day, she didn't answer my question, but now I know that reason why she's staying with this monster. And the reason is me. She doesn't want me to get away from father's love. She wanted me to experience both parents' love. She was worried. What if I get bullied in school for not having a father? She bears all the pain, all the torture, just because of me, her son. And right now she's serving me food with a big smile. I really don't know. How can she smile like this after all those pain? How can someone be this much strong just for her child? Well, you must be thinking how I get to know. My father was beating my mom before my arrival. My girlfriend told me. She's living here as a paying guest. My dad didn't know about our relationship yet, but I told mom about her, and her reaction was positive as always. After dinner, I went to my mom, who's secretly applying medicines on her wounds. I take the ointment from her and started helping her. Namjoon. Did he hurt you badly again? No dear, I'm fine. Namjoon. I hate it, Mom, I hate it when you lie, but don't worry, you don't have to lie more soon, you'll actually be fine and happy.